we thinking? What are we thinking? Brand new intro? Yeah. Got some layers here, got some new stuff added, you know. I am going to start off with a little bit of full disclosure. This is the second or third time I've filmed this today after a full day of doing all the technical stuff to make sure that this is working correctly. So I'm pretty beat, but I did set out a goal. At the beginning of this whole thing that I would do a video a day. So I still have hour and a half to get a video out. Some of that's just to make sure I keep the habit going, to keep the lessons learning. If you look at the iterations between day 1, day 2, day 3, or just watch this and then watch day 1. This is only 48 hours later, so who knows what 48 hours from now will look like. And I don't want to burn out. So if I burn out 3 days into this, I shouldn't be doing it. The main thing, you want to have sustainable long-term success. So I wrote down some things. After watching episode 2, want to have a quicker format, want to have it layered, get into gameplay much quicker. Not going to do any gameplay today because I am just so freaking tired. The reason why I have to record this one again is because the gameplay that I wanted to just spectate that I have recorded, it's my last win from season 1. And I like the end game. The end game for me was a blast. So looking forward to sharing that. Just want to spectate it with you. But it was doing this thing where it was pause, play. So recording it again, we'll get through, get to learn how to do the format, run through everything again. And then in the comments section from the last video, I also posted goals. So I know that this is habit formation. I know that right now I'm starting to run into all the things I didn't know. I need to get fiber instead of the current bandwidth that I have now for live streaming. Things like that just, go on the checklist, need to do. So habit formation, but I want to have whelming authenticity was kind of the words that I put together. I don't want to be overwhelming. I don't want to be underwhelming, and I want to be authentic. So I used to be a sales manager for a little stint in my corporate life, and could get a little performy and wanted to talk to you, and I don't want to do that. That's not at all who I want to be. Next goal also to find my voice. In watching the last couple videos, I've realized that there's a lot of tension in this area. I hold a lot back. I chew on my mustache. I do everything I can to kind of block my voice from reaching out into the world. So I want to find my voice. I used to be in Odyssey of the Mind, Destination Imagination from kindergarten until high school. So every year we had a performance that we had to do. I have no stage fright. Even in college, I had to give speeches in Spanish because my minor, and just something now. This is a whole different format. It's new. It takes a little exposure, I guess, to get used to. But that's the next thing: the sustainable long-term success, the iteration, the growth, showing my work, so that if there's anything of value in here that someone else can get for setting up. The grit of enduring. I am so tired right now, but I know that I'll be excited to see the videos posted again today. And I've gone 3 days in a row and be able to look at the growth between each video. It's exciting. I don't know. And I also want to share my resources, share sources, share free resources. There's a lot going on in the world, and we need to work together to get through some of the stuff that may be coming our way. So here we are. Should have transitioned to this. There we go. Mistake number 1. I meant to be here when I was running through all of my stuff that I was just running through. So this is another background that I built based off of the running screen in the background. It's a little, me full screen. It's a little bit zoomed in, so it looks like, you're a different camera angle, and now we're down here a little bit more closer and intimate. Excuse me. I also created you know, put a thumbnail up from the very first video so that if I'm, talking gaming stuff, I can switch to that background. But jumping straight in, so yeah, that's the feed updates, some of the things related to that. I want to jump right into our list, the things that we check every day, and I'm going to layer this in with gameplay, and then I'm going to take the checking of things, the compiling of data, and turn those into shorts, so that the shorts can be free of the gameplay. But the live stream is where I'm playing video games and able to collect data, broadcast it, get it all out. I have some plans. Need some help with some of those plans in the future too, so looking forward to it. But the first thing I always check, because we're going to go into gameplay, is the cyber world, the cyber arena. These are corporate entities, individuals, state actors. This is all of the attacks and as live real time as these two maps that we follow track. So here's the top attackers in the last hour. It's the United States, 52% of all attacks, and then the UAE, Russia, China, and Germany. And then the top attacked, United States at 40%, and then India, United Kingdom, Japan, and Ireland. The next map, this is where we're looking at it a little bit more in real time. Yesterday when I was filming, it was a couple hours earlier in the day. We were at 62 million, and this time later in the day today, we're at 83 million attacks. So I've seen it where the day has ended at 20 million attacks. So we are at 3x what I believe is considered normal. This has definitely been ramped up. There's a lot going on. So these things are malicious attacks. They have intent behind them. They're designed either to, collect valuable intelligence, collect corporate secrets, state secrets, to infiltrate systems, to hijack systems, or to take down systems entirely. That's 83 million attacks, and I'm going to be able to post a video to YouTube tonight. If you don't believe in miracles, we're living in thank you to the people who are keeping our infrastructure up, keeping us safe, keeping the water and the heat on, first of all, but keeping our communication, our ability to communicate about things there. So if one of those attacks were to get through, the first thing I check, this would be the power outage map. US power outage map looks all blue. Don't need to hover here or waste any more time on it. So one of the things that I spent some time today building was this. This is one of the first things that I also look at every day. I check space weather. I check for solar flares, check the KP index, check for plasma density waves coming in off of coronal mass ejections. Beautiful image right there of the sun. Yeah, lots of activity. We're way up in terms of number of sunspots for the season based on what their predictions were. So yeah, this looks great. Nothing pops off that we need to talk about. So I don't really need to sit here and hover again much on this. And then the last thing, we're gonna go over to Skyglass. Skyglass here, we don't have much up, not a whole lot really in the sky. I'm going to start with the west coast, kind of work our way over. It's very late in the day, not a whole lot going on. I bet if I peek over here though, yeah, things are waking up in the Middle East. Things are middle of the morning, middle of the night for Europe. And us over here, pretty light. Looking here for anything of interest. We got one R35. It doesn't look like it's up in the States. Might be worth seeing where that's at. Got a P8. P8 doesn't look like it's up in the States. These are all the refuelers that are up. And it looks like the 6 E6s that were up earlier today have landed. So don't really need to spend much more time on this either. Go into more detail about which planes I track. Things like the TACAMO, take charge, move out. The ones that are communicating with the missile silos on the ground and the subs at the same time. The refuelers, good indicator of where things that don't have their transponders turned on might be. There's all kinds of things. I say the nuke sniffer, yeah. And then I need to figure out a way of downloading MonkeyWorks's private intelligence, balloons, just seeing how many balloons are up over America. Our own balloons looking down at us. It's interesting. So there's a whole lot we can do with this on a more frequent basis. But again, I'm pretty beat. This is end of the day. This is the second time I've recorded this, and I'm just fingers crossed hoping that the recording, we get to spectate my recording successfully. But the last thing I want to share, it's silly. It's real silly. Ooh. All right. I needed to just think about different scenes that you're going to need to have a gaming stream. And one of the ones that I've seen is away AFK. So this is my AFK. This is my God. It's ridiculous. And I want it to grab attention when if somebody pops into the stream and I'm gone. It's just, what in the world is going on here? Ridiculous, no? So that will change. The music was picked because of Ashika Island and Resurgence being released yesterday in Japanese. A little bit of that Eastern twang I was talking about in the last video. Okay, looks like the video is actually playing. I'm not doing pause play, pause play, pause play, pause play. This is actually very nice. Okay. I think because, I mean, you can hear it in my voice, it's starting to go. Because I'm so beat, I'm just gonna, the notable things here where I think get a kill up here, try and get, 2 or 3 or 4 up here, because it's always kind of hot. It was a little bit of a stretch to get up to Zaya. I 2 for 1'd the 2 against 1 the gulag, and if you maybe not, I don't super remember. I remember the stronghold and learning a lesson about getting out of the stronghold as quickly as possible when you get your stuff, and the river was a blast. I named this one River Run. Yeah, had a lot of fun on the river. I think it's kind of a master class in how to play the river, so let's watch this.
Start dropping into the air.
I realized what I just did there. I'm still publishing. still hitting post.
Four of you are in my arena. The last two standing will lead it. Let there be blood.
Possible threat.
Better die soon, or you won't.
There's no one left to fight. Stand by for redeployment.
Moving here. Got a truck here. Moving.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone. Bomb disposal. Move to the stronghold and disarm the explosive. Enemy soldier incoming. Loadout drop headed your way. Enemy dropping into the AO. Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Enemy UAV overhead.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV is on station. UAV is being...
You're losing ground. Enemy soldier incoming. You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Gas is inbound. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Gas is moving. Made the top 25. Nicely done.
Enemy UAV active.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone. men are left. Keep the pressure on. Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Five remaining. Gas is inbound. You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Gas is closing in. Primary objective complete. Good work out there.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to call it now. That was fun to watch again. I realized I didn't plate the last, during endgame. And a couple guys were on my screen that I didn't see at the time. Saw that the first time I watched it through. But so, going to call it. Again, grateful for everybody who has been, is, and will be a part of my story. Thank you so much for being here, and look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow.